Hi guys, TinaGale here and welcome back to another video a day for July. So today I'm going to be working with this sketch from the ScrapRoom. You can play along with this sketch even if you're not a subscriber. Hop on over to the Facebook group. I'll have some links down below and you can enter to win some prizes. So I'm going to use the sketch and I pulled out the Flavors of the Month kit. So this is the Pebbles Girl Squad collection. And I have the Flavors of the Month kit. I also have the embellishment and pattern paper add-on, so I have a couple of extra sheets. These are the papers I have. Super gorgeous. I love this bright color scheme and set on the black. I also have this sheet that's in the Shots of Life kit. That's the pocket page scrapbooking kit. But it coordinates with the Flavors of the Month. So I pulled it out just in case I wanted to use any of these for embellishments, or if I wanted that for journaling, or maybe even my background, but I'm going to try to do it on the black cardstock. Like I said, I have all of the embellishments that came in the kit, plus the add-on. I also pulled out in the Flavors of the Month, it comes with crepe paper Oasis, and these are the embellishments that go with it. And when I was looking at this, trying to think of a title for the photos that I've pulled out, I wasn't really seeing anything that jumped out at me. But when I look at this, I love the Weekend Getaway in the gold. So I pulled this out to put on the side of my table to see if maybe I could pull it in. Because if you'll notice, the colors match perfectly. It has the black and the pink and the yellow. The blue slightly different, so I wouldn't use it. But there's definitely things on here that I could use, and it's a summer theme. There's also the puffy stickers, these little buttons, and a couple of tags that I pulled out. So all of that's from Crepe Paper Oasis. All of it in the Flavors of the Month kit this month. Okay, so I'm going to start picking out my papers. These are the three, well actually I have four, but I don't think I'm going to use that one. I think I'm going to do that for a different page. So these three, my daughter and I went off for a weekend. I was going to a scrapbook retreat. She went shopping, and then she would stop in and sit with me sometimes. And this was on the road. So I thought this collection was great for a girl getaway. I know she's wearing more corally pink, and this is a bright pink, but I still think it's going to work. If you can tell, there's some of that in here. So I'm hoping, and then with the black. So I really want to use the diagonal. I love that. I love this, and I love that one. So those are the ones I'm definitely going to try to get in to this sketch. So I'm going to go ahead and cut the three large strips that are going for the background and kind of figure that out, and then we'll put this thing together. So one of the first things I did to change up the sketch is it's going to be completely horizontal. It's not going to be angled because I wanted to use this cute branding strip here with the eyelashes, and so therefore it's only 12 inches long, and I wouldn't be able to put it at a diagonal. I'm just going to use my T-square. I debated back and forth as to what colors to do these large backgrounds, and I ended up going with the busier patterns, and I thought about using this black floral for the wide strip because I really loved it and I wanted to see more of it. And usually a stripe I do smaller. But putting it on here, when I got to the top of the page here, the stripe didn't look as well against the black. It was kind of real jarring. And so by using the black with the floral against the black cardstock was a much easier transition. So I'm going to try to use all three of these photos, and they have them overlapped on the sketch, something like this. And they bring this one down over that small strip there. So I'm going to try to keep as close to that as possible. They also have everything kind of pushed over, and they had this one cut off slightly over here. I didn't do that because there's already not very much showing If I had done that, my photos are just slightly larger and I can't really cut them down even more. I narrowed these two up just a little bit, but this one, because we're both cut off on our faces, there's no way I can trim that anymore. So I didn't want these to get too skinny and look odd. So I'm going to put those about in there. I thought about matting them, but then I'm going to be making these pictures even larger and even less of this is going to show. So I'm going to not matte the photos. Okay, so that's how my photos are going to go, and now I'm on to the embellishing, which I may wish that I had put that up just a little bit. I have the sticker sheets and all of that. Love that floral. There's a large sun design up here, but I'm thinking I want to stick with the florals. Love that. I liked the little phone because it matches. She's sitting there playing on her phone, probably Pinterest. And thought about that because it is a circle, but really, I don't know. I kind of like it. I actually might be able to use both. I don't know if that would look funny poking on her head. So that's a possibility. I could just put that and do both. It has flags down here. I'm wondering if I could possibly use that. Just tuck it up underneath one of those pieces for the flags. I think I will definitely do that. And then my titles. So I'll save that. So I wanted to use that Weekend Getaway. I think that's going to look great. I just need to pull in the gold to the other three places. So I'm going to try to poke this up underneath there and then decide on that and decide whether I need to pull these papers up. So I went ahead and tried to pull up the paper and was going to move it up slightly, but it started tearing the paper and I don't want to risk that. I did go ahead and lift up this dark floral piece because part of it was tucked up underneath the stripe. So I pulled it out and just moved it up slightly so it did widen the strips, but I wasn't able to move the bottom strip up any. And originally I had planned on tucking this card up underneath the striped paper and not the eyelashes, but I had tucked it up underneath the eyelashes, so I wasn't able to do that, so I just tucked it up underneath that small strip. And later I will go and move it up a little bit because it's bothering me that it's so far down, and this title, it's kind of like they're straight across. And that really bothered me the whole time I was working on it. So I will take that little tag on the left and tuck it up even further, but I'm going to make sure that the flowers still show. And I did decide to use the circle and the floral at the top. Originally I hadn't thought about that. I just kept thinking one or the other, but I loved it together and it just gives it a little bit more interest having so many layers, and so that worked out well. Then when I had the Oasis sticker sheet, to get the title off, I knew I wanted to pull something else over there, and so since I had florals in the other two clusters, I decided to look for a floral, and there was this large circle piece and then the pink floral. So I stuck those two together with the title, but eventually I will pull the dark pink one and exchange that out for a puffy sticker. So here I had found, while I was on that sticker sheet, I found that cloud, and since I have the blue going in the clusters, I decided to put just a little bit more up there. So I added it. I think he's cute. He's got the little smiley face. And I wanted just a little bit more. I just am really building these up. It's cute the way it is, but I felt like it just needed just a little bit more. So here I've pulled that tag up underneath that small strip, so that it's not lined right up with the title. And here's the little puffy stickers that go with this collection. And I liked it because it was just slightly smaller, so it fit better with that title. Then I found this little word sticker and it says "Love This," and I'm going to stick it up underneath there. And then the puffy circle that's inside of here, that was on the Oasis puffy stickers. So as you can tell, those two collections go really well together. So if you have the Flavors of the Month kit, don't be afraid to pull out the other collections and mix them together, because so many times the colors coordinate so well. Then I was pulling the gold to the other embellishments, and there was this geotag, so it had this circle cut out of the center, and I just took it and put it in the center of that flower up there, and then added a couple of the gold glittered hearts to those other areas. I didn't want a whole lot of gold, but it needed to repeat just a little bit, and so those little hearts were perfect. Then I decided to go ahead and add just a little bit of gold Heidi Swapp Color Shine to the cluster areas, and then that's going to finish it. Love the way this turned out. I'm not normally doing a lot of layouts on black, but I have this last month. I've done at least 2 that I can think of on black, and more like the dark navy and stuff. So I'm really enjoying working with that. Hope you enjoyed today's process video, and you'll check out the sketch over at the Scrap Room as well as their kits. And yeah, that's it for me. Come back tomorrow and I'm going to have a haul video for you. I just got an order in from Paper Issues, and so I'm going to share that with you and what I'm up to. So thanks so much for watching, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.